Hey YouTube, it's me, Jim the Giant. So I'm going to show you my gym workout today, but I started off with some press-ups at home because I'm doing FreakieD's Pop-Tart Challenge. So links to his channel down below if you want to know more about that. So I managed to do 32 press-ups, which isn't great for me, but it's a reasonable warm-up before I went to the gym. And since I'm going to be consuming an unholy amount of calories in the next few days, this workout is extremely high volume. I weighed myself in at the gym, 75.5 kilos, so I'd like to cut down a little bit of fat. So I started off with some more press-ups in the gym. I did a set of 30 which didn't record. I'm having a few issues with that while I was there. And then I did 23 kilo weighted push-ups and I managed to do 11. And don't worry, I'm going to be doing plenty of exercises other than press-ups while I'm here. So moving on, I'm doing some overhead squats now. Combatveteranlifter wanted to see me doing some. I'm very new to this movement, so my form's going to be absolutely fucking terrible. But started off with 30 kilos for warm-up. Looking at this, I could do with going a little bit lower. So with practice, hopefully I'll get quite good at these, but I'll be sticking to quite low weight in future till I get better. Moving on now to 40 kilos, and I did another set, did a set of 50, which didn't seem to record either. Moving on to back squats now. I only did a few sets because I did the overhead ones. Starting off with an 80 kilo warm-up. It's really good to record your workouts because you can see where you're going wrong. It's very hard to judge your own depth when you're doing squats. And I do think I need to start going just a little bit lower with them. Moving up to 100 kilos now. I did 2 sets at this weight. Normally I'd be doing bench after squats, but all of them were taken. It was busy as hell in there today. There's just no way I was going to be getting on the bench. But I don't think another 2 days without the bench is going to kill me, especially considering how many press-ups I've been doing recently. So, because I couldn't use the bench, I moved on to pull-ups after this instead. I did a set of 11 for a warm-up, then moving on to 16 kilo weighted pull-ups using kettlebells. I'm in quite a bit of poverty at the moment, so unfortunately I don't have a pull-up belt. But these seem to work pretty well. I'd recommend people try them as well. Before I started doing this, I could only do about 8 pull-ups, but now I can do 12 with no problem whatsoever. So, moved on to 24 kilo weighted pull-ups. I know I'm giving everything in kilos now, but if you really want to know how much any of this is in pounds, work it out for yourself. You've got the internet there, you can find out how to do that for yourself. So moving on, another set of 5. This was a real struggle with this set. Finished off my pull-ups with some wide grip pull-ups. I think I managed to do 12 of them if I remember correctly. And again, something I've noticed from recording is that my range of motion on these is absolutely terrible, so that's another correction I'm going to have to make. Onto overhead press now. I thought I'd put 40 kilos on the bar, but as it turns out I actually had 60 on there. I thought it felt a bit heavy from the get-go, but it was only on my third rep when I actually realised my mistake. The overhead press is actually the weakest of all of my compound lifts by a very, very long way, so I do want to try and improve it. I had to cheat a little bit on that last rep, so that's a lot heavier than I'm used to. Then moved on to a real 40 kilo set after that, and then on to the 50, which I'm doing now. So I did 2 sets of 50, and then I finished off with 55 for a triple. I think that 60 kilo set fatigued me a lot more than I thought it did. Last rep was a real grinder again. Moving on to bent over rows. So I started off with 2 sets of 90. And then I did a set of 80. My lats are feeling completely annihilated by that point because of the pull-ups. I don't usually do bent over rows and pull-ups on the same day, so it fatigued me more than I thought it did. And then I did some leg curls. I couldn't set up the camera there, but that's the machine. I did 2 sets at 76. And then I did a drop set starting at 81, and they were all sets of 8. So onto the seated calf raise now. I only just started using this machine, so starting off with 2 plates there. I love how all of the plates are rubberized in Fitness First. So then I moved on to 3 plates, another 2 sets of 10, and I ended up forgetting to do the regular calf raises because I'm not following a strict routine at the moment. I'll start doing that after the new year. Then I moved on to some shrugs. I did 3 sets of 15 with 100 kilos, and since I'm using the trap bar, that's the only way I train traps now. No more dick scrapers for me. Moving on to some curls. So preacher curls, starting off with that's 27 kilos of weights on there. The bar's 7.5, so 35 kilos. Did 2 sets of 8, and then I moved up. To 37.5 kilos and managed to do another set of 8.
Will be closed in half an hour, that's 30 minutes. As a reminder, the club closes at 4 p.m. tonight. Thank you. You learn, you pass, you fail, you fail, you start, you learn, you pass, you learn, you manage, you motivate, you operate, you innovate, you team up, you cry, you hide, you fall, you grow, live, learn, stay, help, a life without limits. Take your ambition further as a Royal Navy officer. Searching for jobs online.
When you have big ambitions, your friend knows team mathematics. So target your body pain with Nurofen Express Heat Patches and
On some tricep pull downs, 41.25 kilos on the machine. So I did 2 sets of 8 of these. And then I did 2 sets behind the head. I lowered the weight a little bit for these 2 sets, moved it down to 35. And onto some ab work. Did 3 sets of 20 of these. There's 3 different ways I'll train my abs depending on how I feel. I'll either do these, or I'll use the crunch machine, or the bench to the right and do weighted crunches. So that's basically the end of my workout. I decided to do a final set of press-ups before I went. I really want to do as many as I can in the next few days, so hopefully I'll win the contest. But that's about it. So thanks for watching, comment, rate, subscribe. Have a good Christmas, and I'll see you soon. Bye.